and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
You know, when people think, well, school board members are overpaid and public officials shouldn't be maybe paid.
A $155 million general fund, tens of thousands of students and thousands of employees. That's why that member is advocating a pay raise for the school board. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight.
John Strand says the district needs to fall in line with what the city and county already do, and it's a topic that will be discussed at the upcoming board meeting. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric walks us through his proposal and where your tax dollars are going to be spent.
Letter C under line item 8. Board Compensation Memo 79. Every year, the Fargo School Board must at least discuss their compensation. John Strand's idea is to mimic the county.
And what Cass County does is they pass on to sitting commissioners the same percentage compensation increase that their staff get across the boards.
The idea is if the employees of the Fargo School District get a cost of living increase, so does the board. And it's a proposal Strand hopes takes the politics out of the decision, setting it in stone so it's not a huge issue every time it comes up.
They have immense fiduciary responsibility. They have immense responsibilities with regard to policy and legislation and management and supervision of the district, which is a huge part of any city.
But for one Fargoan just hitting the campaign trail,
Fargo Public Schools already pays its board more than any other comparable school district in the state.
Any increase borders on the unacceptable. Excellent. John Rodenbiker says no way.
Given that our budget is currently operating on twice the mill levy as the state cap, I think it's really imprudent and unnecessary to raise the school board's compensation.
Both Rodenbiker and Strand say Fargo Public Schools is one of the largest districts in the state and near the top in terms of employing the most people. Rodenbiker says that's why there does not need to be an increase. Strand says members' compensation should reflect the magnitude of the job. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The last time Fargo school board members received a pay increase was in 2009. In comparison, the West Fargo School Board voted itself a 78% pay raise this past August, raising their compensation to just over $8,000 a month.
We did get above zero today, but there continues to be a bit of a bite in the weather, and roads are concerning as well across several metro areas, including some crashes being reported. This multi-vehicle crash at I-94 and South University happened this morning. Now, no one was seriously injured, and investigators did blame slippery roads as the cause. There was another crash involving 3 vehicles at the I-29 ramp onto 38th Street near 13th Avenue South. And there was another just south of that on I-29. Conditions have not improved. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic is live now. And Giovanna, what was it like for you to drive out there today?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, the road conditions have not been favorable for drivers today. You know, with the night here driving down here to 45th Street and 52nd Avenue, the visibility was tough, not only with the blowing snow, but with the getting outside. Even earlier in the afternoon today, I had trouble driving the traction on the road. My brakes would just not be favorable. And I did speak with Fargo Police and Moorhead Police. And today, Moorhead Police got 8 calls for car accidents due to the bad weather, while Fargo Police got 7. And they do recommend that you do drive slow, you do remove yourself from all distractions like your cell phone, pay attention to the road, and if you are heading out somewhere, make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get there. Reporting live in Fargo, I'm Giovanna Simic.
All right, thanks, Giovanna. And if you or someone you know is hitting the highways soon, let's take a look at the road conditions. In North Dakota, there's a large part of our viewing area that has scattered snow, drifts, and snow on the roads. In the Valley City and Jamestown area, and even further west, roads have reports of scattered ice. In Minnesota, the map is pretty easy to read. There is plenty of blue on it in our area, and that indicates partially covered roads. Now, the best advice, as Giovanna indicated, this is from law enforcement, continues to be lose the cruise and ease up on the gas pedal.
Well, this morning it was pretty slippery out there, both with light blowing snow and some flurries. As you can see, that tower cam is still moving around a bit. Let's talk to meteorologist Hutch Johnson to see if the wind will die down anytime soon. Hutch?
Thank you so much, Stephanie. If you are out and about tonight, the wind is going to continue to be a problem. Now, we are seeing clearing skies from north to south. That will allow us to get pretty cold, but the wind will be persistent enough, at least in open country, to cause visibility issues. Thanks to Zachary Van Horn for sharing this on the road back from Frisco. Some serious visibility problems near the Watertown area of I-29. Now, recent images on the DOT cams there in South Dakota showing some improvement, but the gusty winds are pushing now into Lakes Country. West central Minnesota, gusts approaching 40 miles per hour. That's driving those wind chills down in the 20 to 40 below category. It's going to be cold, and in open country, visibility will be a problem from time to time. Planning forecast, gusty winds over 20 miles per hour in Fargo as temperatures will slip below zero. It is going to be a frosty night. Stephanie and Michael have more in your hour-by-hour forecast. A chance of some more snow in the forecast and another Arctic blast. Details in a moment.
It sure is January.
It is.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. Now, you can always stay up to date on all the weather conditions wherever you are, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and stick with us here later at 6. We have some winter survival tips for you if you find yourself stranded out in the cold.
A West Fargo man is in jail tonight, facing a number of charges after police say he ran a stolen car into 3 other cars and then took off on foot. Investigators say that 23-year-old Ryan Love was involved in a shoplifting incident at a store in Moorhead and was driving extremely fast on 8th Street when he hit the cars in 2 separate crashes. The final crash was just south of I-94's interchange in Moorhead when Love went into the median. Police then say Love took off on foot but was caught a short time later. He's facing 5 charges in Moorhead and may be facing charges in West Fargo as well.
We now know the name of the 10-year-old boy who was killed in a snowmobile crash yesterday afternoon. According to a GoFundMe page that was set up to help the family, 10-year-old Mason Moen died in the crash. So far, the page has raised more than $15,000 for the family. 9-year-old Brody Johnson from Hatton, North Dakota, was also involved in this crash and seriously hurt. He's at Sanford here in Fargo, and his condition is currently not known. The Highway Patrol says the boys were driving in a field about 4 miles northwest of Hatton when the driver lost control, jumped a roadway, and then crashed. The Highway Patrol isn't sure yet which boy was driving or if they were wearing helmets. If you'd like to help the Moen and Johnson family, you can go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and then click on the link attached to this story.
Tonight, we have new information regarding the death of a man following a Christmas Day fight outside a Crookston, Minnesota bar. John Torres of East Grand Forks died a week after apparently being beaten. His widow says that she received the name of the man responsible in his death via a message on Facebook. We're not revealing the suspect's name since he has not been legally charged with anything.
She has said that he was bragging about that he assaulted a man outside the Crooks bar, and he works at American Crystal Sugars. And once he found out that my husband passed away, that he stopped talking.
Police Chief Paul Biermayer says that they have interviewed everyone involved in the incident. However, he is not releasing any details, and no one has been charged. Biermayer also says all the information in this case will be sent over to the prosecutor's office. It'll be up to them to determine if any charges will be filed.
Today marks National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. It's a proclamation that was made by President Obama back in 2012. Human trafficking is as much of a problem now as it ever has been in history. And it's not just overseas. Human trafficking continues to thrive all across the world. The Department of Homeland Security is working to raise awareness that this is not just an issue on foreign soil. Maria Odom works at the Department of Homeland Security and is the chair for the Blue Campaign, a DHS effort to combat human trafficking. Odom says her campaign is working with law enforcement training centers to provide advanced training for detecting and reporting human trafficking at home and abroad.
We've been working to raise consciousness about the fact that human trafficking does occur in the United States in the form of commercial sex trade, domestic servitude, and forced labor.
The Blue Campaign has formal partnerships with more than 15 companies, cities, states, and countries, and the campaign formalized a partnership with Washington, D.C. just this morning.
A long-standing community tradition hosted by Minnesota State University Moorhead will be no more. President Ann Blackhurst announcing today that they have decided not to host the annual 4th of July fireworks celebration. Blackhurst says that they are making tough decisions about where to focus financial and human resources. The university says it's trying to focus on three things: student achievement, embedding, and supporting diversity, and being indispensable to the community. The 4th of July celebration at MSUM went on for more than 4 decades. This is one of the biggest in the area. Now, coming up tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, Krista Bain will have much more on the school's decision.
Don't forget, the Valley Women's Expo is this weekend. Take a day for yourself to learn, grow, and have a blast. We have celebrity chefs, cooking demonstrations, wine sampling, shopping, great inspiring speakers, and so much more. Join us Friday from noon to 9 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's all up at the Fargo Dome.
Wednesday could see a big-time payout for me, or else someone else holding a winning Powerball lottery ticket. Up next, your chances of winning and having the winning numbers.
Gray skies with blowing snow, reducing visibilities, keeping things icy, and for tonight, causing plummeting temps. Your hour-by-hour forecast is next.